10 years from now, you won't regret missing a party or skipping dessert. But you will regret not doing these 5 exercises, because they don't just keep you fit, they keep you functional. And skipping them today? That's how men over 40 end up weak, stiff, and full of regrets. Let's be honest, most guys over 40 aren't thinking about how their workouts today will affect them at 50. But the truth is, how you move, feel, and live a decade from now depends on what you do right now. These 5 exercises, they're not trendy, they're not flashy, but they're exactly what you'll wish you had done if you ignore them today. Here's the issue. Once we hit 40, the body starts changing fast. We lose muscle, our joints stiffen, balance gets worse, testosterone drops, energy dips, recovery slows. And if you keep training like you're 25 or worse, not training at all, you're setting yourself up for injury, weakness, and pain. You might feel fine now, but that's exactly the trap. The cost of neglect shows up later, and by the time it shows up, it's a lot harder to reverse. That's why this video isn't about six-pack shortcuts or TikTok workouts. It's about foundational movements every man over 40 needs to protect his body, preserve his strength, and avoid the kind of regrets that hit hard once your body stops cooperating. Let's count them down, starting with the one most men ignore until it's too late. Number 1, the single-leg RDL or Romanian deadlift. Ever tried putting on your socks while standing on one foot? Sounds easy, right? But here's the truth. Only 14% of people over 40 can do it without wobbling. That's not just bad balance. That's your body screaming. Weak hips, poor stability, trouble ahead. The single-leg RDL fixes that. It builds real-world strength, not just big muscles, but control, coordination, balance. Exactly what your body needs to stay functional. Here's what it looks like. You're standing tall. You hinge forward at the hips, one leg stretching back like a lever. Your hands reach toward the ground, core tight, body in control. It's a slow, focused movement, and man, does it light up your glutes and hamstrings. And the best part? You don't even need weights at the start. Body weight alone builds a solid foundation. Once you nail the form, then you can add dumbbells for more challenge. Why it matters? Improves balance and stability, strengthens the posterior chain, glutes, hamstrings, lower back, reduces risk of injury, especially in the lower back and knees, prepares you for heavier lifts later. It's the ultimate anti-fragile exercise. Skip this and 10 years from now you'll wish you hadn't. Number 2, the squat and reach. Here's something nobody talks about. Mobility is the first thing to go when you age, and it's usually the last thing we train. That's a huge mistake because tight hips and a stiff back don't just make workouts harder, they make life harder. The squat and reach is like a cheat code. It's a deep squat that opens up your hips and spine. At the bottom you reach one hand toward the ceiling, rotating your upper back. It looks simple, but it feels amazing. You're stretching muscles you didn't even realize were tight. Your spine gets more mobile. Your hips feel free. You're not just preparing for workouts, you're improving the way your whole body moves. This exercise increases thoracic rotation, opens up the hips, strengthens the core in a functional way, preps your joints for real workouts and real life. Start with just body weight. Get into a deep squat. One hand on the floor for balance, the other hand reaches high. Eyes follow your fingertips. Hold for 30 seconds. Switch sides. Feels too easy? Hold longer, breathe deeper, add reps. This move makes everything else better, especially if you're stiff from sitting all day. Ignore mobility now and you'll be the guy who used to lift but can't even tie his shoes without pain. The Sumo Stance. Think of this as the upgrade to your standard squat, but instead of going narrow, you widen your stance. Toes out, chest tall, back straight. Now drop into a deep squat and hold. Feel that stretch in your inner thighs? That's your adductors waking up. Feel your glutes firing? That's how you build power. The Sumo Stance is about building a strong mobile base, and for men over 40 this is a game changer. Why it's underrated: it targets muscles your standard squat misses, it builds hip mobility and stability, it improves posture and spinal alignment, and it prepares you for heavy lifts, without messing up your knees. You don't need weight to start, just body weight holds, deep breathing and control. Once you've mastered the form, you can add resistance, dumbbells, kettlebells, or even just a backpack. If your hips are tight or your knees ache during regular squats, this is your solution. Don't wait for pain to force you into mobility work. Get ahead of it, now. The loaded carry. Here's something primal. Sounds too simple to be effective? That's exactly why it's powerful. The loaded carry trains your grip, core, shoulders, back, and legs, all at once. But more than that, it teaches your body how to stay strong and stable under pressure. There's a reason farmers are strong without hitting the gym. They carry buckets, hay, tools. They're doing functional strength every day. The loaded carry brings that to your routine. Start with dumbbells or kettlebells in each hand. Keep your shoulders back, chest proud, core tight. Walk 20 to 40 meters, rest, repeat. Want to level up? Try suitcase carries, one weight, one side, to challenge your core. Or go heavier and walk shorter distances. This builds anti-rotation strength, the kind that protects your spine and improves real-life strength. Builds grip strength, which is key for longevity, strengthens posture and core, boosts conditioning without cardio machines, teaches your body how to move under load safely. Trust me, 10 years from now, grip strength will matter. It's one of the biggest indicators of longevity. Don't ignore it. You know what's embarrassing? Not being able to hang from a bar for 30 seconds, and yet most guys over 40 can't. That's a red flag. The dead hang is the simplest way to decompress your spine, stretch your shoulders, and build real shoulder health. No pull-ups required, just hang. Grab a bar, let your body relax, breathe deep. Feel the stretch in your lats, shoulders, and spine. Feel your grip working, your shoulders stabilizing. This is what your upper body needs. Start with 15 seconds, then 30, then 60. Soon your posture improves, your shoulders hurt less, and your pull-up game gets stronger. Benefits: improves shoulder mobility and joint health, decompresses the spine, builds grip strength, boosts upper body stability. It's so basic but so powerful, and doing it daily can help you avoid the rotator cuff injuries that sideline guys our age. Here's the truth, man. These exercises won't get you shredded in 30 days. They're not flashy, they won't go viral on TikTok. But 10 years from now, these are the exact movements that will keep you moving. The ones that will let you play with your kids, climb stairs without pain, carry groceries without pulling your back, stand up straight when your peers are hunched over. You can skip them now and pay for it later, or you can do them now and build a body that lasts. Let's recap. If you're over 40, you need to 1. Do the single-leg RDL to build balance and real-world strength. 2. Add the squat and reach to improve mobility and joint health. 3. Use the Sumo Stance to build power and unlock your hips. 4. Train with loaded carries for full body strength and conditioning. 5. Practice the dead hang to bulletproof your shoulders and spine. These aren't just exercises, they're long-term insurance for your body. Do them consistently and you'll feel the difference. Ignore them and the regret will catch up faster than you think. Watch the next video to keep building a stronger body at 45 and beyond.